you haven't seen the car edition of the Fearless Morning Show in what, 2 years? No, a year and a half. Randomly. Grand Rising, my sister, how you doing? Have a great day, friend. So I hope you're ready to get this morning started. Please make sure you share the show. Good morning, Joshua. Joshua, thank you so much. Did I tell you that? Thank you for the picture you sent. I hope you got. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows, the books, the podcast, the show, the movie. Give them all the things. Tell them I say good morning. So we get a special car edition today. And so I got some things, as always, can you guys hear me okay? Good day, Miss Joe. Good day. If you can't hear me, I'll put my headphones in. So all this week we've been talking about some things, and I think my favorite topic this past week is forcing life into something that's dead and what that looks like. But I want to share, as always, I heard a story. Someone told me a story in relation to me in October, and I went back and re-listened to the conversation again yesterday, and I got so much out of it that I did not get in October. And I was given this information. Good morning, Jasmine. I was told the story in October, right before, good morning, Miss Lowe, right before the Sister Rise retreat. And I understood it, but I didn't comprehend it, so I'm going to share it. So today, the Fearless Thought of the day is goldfish agreement. But the quote of the day, if it cost you your peace of mind, you overpaid. And that's by Rigel Dawson. And Rosie found that quote for us today. If it cost you your peace of mind, you overpaid. And y'all always know I will say peace of mind is priceless. Like there's nothing beyond peace of mind. I will fight you over my peace of mind and do all the things to ensure that my peace of mind is kept. So that is by Rigel Dawson. But let's talk about this goldfish agreement. So the lady that I spoke with was telling me about the goldfish. If I knew this, I totally forgot. So I'm going to tell it to you. Goldfish. And Rosie, did you know this? Well, I tell you that goldfish have the capacity to be 75 pounds. Like, they can grow really, really big. However, they only grow according to their environment. And so this lady was talking to me. She said, I want to tell you the story and I want you to think about it in relation to yourself. Like you're growing, but you're only growing as big as your environment. And the only reason why you're small is because your environment is small. So when we buy cute little goldfish for our kids and we put them in the bowl, can you scratch my shoulder? And we put them in the bowl.
Okay, you're leaning up, but I can't
down to the right. And we put them in the bowl, we think that, oh, they're so cute and tiny. Well, they stay cute and tiny because their environment is cute and tiny. Their environment is small. If you put a goldfish in a bigger tank, in one that will fit its capacity and its potential to grow, it will grow 50 times the size that you see in the store. So it has capacity to be up to 75 pounds. Huge fish. And she was like, JoJo, that's you. Like you're growing from goldfish bowl to goldfish bowl. Like you're growing. But you need to understand that the next bowl that you get has to be able to hold all of your potential. If you're not, what's the word she used? If you're not intentional about the next bowl that you choose, then it could stunt your growth, or you may not grow to your full potential because you will only grow to the size of that bowl. Now, you are free to continue to change bowls and change bowls as you grow, or you can get a bowl that realizes your full potential and grow to that. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, how amazing is that? And so then it made me, as I re-listened to it again yesterday, and the conversation was an hour, I went back and I took 4 pages of notes of the conversations of things she said to me in that hour. And when we stop and think about that in life, how many of us have goldfish moments, goldfish lives? We're living small because our environment insists that we live small. But the capacity, the potential inside of you is so limitless. If you would take the chance to enlarge your bowl, would it be your environment, your mindset, your mental finances, whatever it is that you take that opportunity to allow it to enlarge, then you could grow to unbelievable heights past the little tiny goldfish. And so I call this the goldfish agreement because whatever we say, and I was listening to something this morning, and whatever we're living right now is what we have agreed to live. It is what we have said we wanted to live. So put this in relation to the goldfish. The goldfish is in this small pond or in this small bowl. That goldfish agrees to stay in that small bowl. It agrees that this is the limitations that I have, and I'm not going to go past this. How many of us, and that's why we got to give our words and our birth direction every morning. How many of us, when we say good morning or we say our words or whatever it is we're going to do, I want us to know that we are agreeing in that moment to have what just came out of our mouth. I'm broke. I ain't got no money to go do this. That is an agreement that your mind, body, spirit, and soul just agreed to, and now it must come to pass because that's what you said. So every morning you make an agreement with yourself. I'm going to have a good day. That's an agreement. Your words bind you to what just came out of your mouth. So if my agreement is these people going to get on my nerves today, that is the agreement. The world is going to hold up to its end of the deal because it's going to give you exactly what you wanted. Your mind is going to give you exactly what you wanted. Again, some of us go straight to can't. We don't even try to can. We go straight to could not. We don't even try to could. You just go straight to the negative. I could not do this if I wanted to. That's your agreement that you made. So let's do the square up exercise. And for those that don't know, the square up exercise, you get you a piece of paper, draw you a line, a square in it. Mental, emotional, physical, financial. What have you been agreeing to? What are you agreeing to in your relationships? What are you agreeing to in your finances, in your relationships, in your emotional? What are you agreeing to with yourself that don't agree with you no more? It used to, and here's the thing, it used to be something that you agreed with when you were in that goldfish bowl. But friend, you're trying to get into another goldfish bowl, and so these agreements don't work anymore. So now you have the opportunity to rewrite that agreement and go to a bigger bowl. But it's going to take you actually leaving this bowl that you're in to go to the next one. And then as you're jumping from one bowl to the next, honey, you're going to have to breathe differently. See, in the small pond, maybe it didn't take a lot of oxygen. It didn't take a lot, or it didn't require a lot for me to be great because the bowl was so small, my greatness filled up that little tiny bowl immediately. Honey, but when the bowl is being expanded or you're being expanded and your potential is growing, right? We talk about this on Team Abundance. You're going to have to breathe differently. It's going to require that you breathe differently. It's going to require that you see differently. It's going to require different strength. You're going to have to swim differently because it's a whole new environment. So as you get ready to out your bowls to go to the next one, know that a new requirement is going to be required of you. It's going to be a new thing that's you're going to have to set forth. And inside of that new bowl, you cannot be afraid of the vastness of your potential. And so today, as you make your agreement with yourself this morning, whatever you're going to do, whatever it is that you're setting out to do, as you make that agreement, absolutely, Joshua. Absolutely. Good morning, Miss Diane. So as you make your agreement this morning, what are you agreeing to, and what have you previously agreed to? And this goes back to what you've inherited that you agreed to, because Mama and them lived in this house. I'm agreeing that I'm going to live in this house, but you're miserable here. You agreeing you're going to have this religion, but it's a religion that you don't subscribe to, but because Mama and them did it, I'm going to subscribe to it, but it no longer serves you. When you are growing and changing out your goldfish bowl, you're going to have different agreements. And it's up to you what that agreement says, what it is, where you're going to go, and what you're going to do. So on this lovely day, I hope y'all learned something from my story, because that lady told me all about myself in October of last year. And sometimes you got to go back and listen again to wise words that you knew they were wise in the beginning, but it didn't quite click and hit you. And so when I went back and listened to it yesterday, it was just and first of all, it was amazing that the things she had said that I had filed away in the back of my mind, and my subconscious mind started working on, that I didn't even have any idea that I was working on. And your mind will do whatever you tell it to do, period. You make that agreement. So when I woke up this morning and I said, I agree to this thing, that's what happened. When you say here's the thing, when you say you want to be successful, you make an agreement with yourself and the Creator inside of you, because you're made in His image. So you make an agreement. You agree with God that this is what I want to do. And that is what happens. If you make your agreement that I'm going to be mad, sad, depressed, angry, upset, poor, live in poverty, have a negative mindset, I'm going to complain, I don't like anybody, I don't like my job, I don't like where I'm going, I hate where I live, if you make that agreement, and you can say, Jojo, but I don't make that agreement, that's not what I want. But were those the words that came out of your mouth? And if those are the words that came out of your mouth, that was the agreement that you made. Absolutely, Joshua. And an amazing thing happens when you whatever you want to call this journey. I call it a journey because it's never ending. When you start to change your mindset, and listen, whether you start with releasing weight, whether you start with your mindset, your spiritual, your religion, whatever you start with, what you will find is your body's going to begin to align with certain things. Like my mind couldn't change and my body not follow. My body couldn't change and my mind not follow. You begin to align, and everything becomes to align with what you say you want. And then you become real clear, and you become extremely intentional about the words that are coming out of your mouth and the growth you want to do. Absolutely, Joshua. You have to be self-aware. And it is in the self-awareness. Remember yesterday we talked about the one thing. The one thing is you got to let go of that person who is trying to grow and go and do. And maybe you are the person that's holding you back from growing and going and doing. You need to let her go. And if somebody's trying to hold you back, let them go so that you can go, grow, and do. Today, look at your fishbowl. Honey, square up your piece of paper. Goldfish at the top. Goldfish agreement. What's my goldfish agreement with mental, emotional, financial, spiritual? Flip it over. Do your religion, your friendships, honey, do your career. What are you agreeing with in all these spaces that may or may not be serving you anymore? And then on another piece of paper, square it up again. What would your life look like if you, in your wildest dreams, changed your goldfish bowl and live to your full potential and your capacity. Because it's there. Everything that you need is already there inside of you. You can't see it because the goldfish bowl is entirely too small for you to comprehend the greatness that you are. You have no idea you can grow because you're in a small bowl. You won't know that you can grow until you change bowls. Change equals challenge. Eventually, friend, you're going to listen again. You are free to stay in your goldfish bowl. If you love it and it is amazing for you, I'm happy for you. That's what I want for you. However, if there's an inkling of a thought or a question that, you know what, maybe this bowl ain't the bowl for me, then perhaps you might need to square it up today and look at your potential. Come on, Joshua, 8 to the men. The vastness of you is just as wide open as this road. You decide every day when you make that agreement with yourself, when words come out of your mouth, you make that agreement. I'm going to be successful. That's an agreement that you make with yourself. I'm going to be healthy. That's an agreement. I'm going to be wealthy. That's an agreement. I'm going to be a kind person. That's an agreement. I'm going to be a positive, whatever it is. And know whether you say I am in front of it or not, it doesn't take away the power of the words that you said. It doesn't take away the power of your actions either. Because you can say I am positive, or I am healthy and I am wealthy, and then you operate from a negative mindset and you honor all your limitations in your thought, word, and deed. And you have to understand the power of the thing, the power of what you're saying, how you're saying it, and that it is an agreement in all times. All times it's an agreement. My kids hate it, and if Rosie's awake, she will tell you this. When she said, I can't do it, I don't understand. Well, let's look at it this way. Don't say you can't, because we got the hardest part out of the way. We can read. If we can read, we can break everything down to where we can understand it. We can put it in bite-sized pieces where we can understand it. Now, you can do whatever it is that you say you want to do. Don't try to can't and you ain't ever tried to can. Don't tell me you could not and you never tried to could. So on this lovely day, if it cost you your peace of mind, you overpay, and that's by Rigel Dawson. Absolutely, the little engine that could. That's right. So on this lovely day, the goldfish story. I hope that good morning, D. I hope the goldfish story helped somebody this morning. Listen, I learned so much about myself yesterday. Re-listening to that video, and as I watched myself take notes as she was telling me the goldfish story, I could see the light going off in my head, but it wasn't a bright light. It was just like that sounds good, and let me store it. Absolutely, Joshua. You have to try. So today, look at your goldfish. Look at your goldfish story today. You are the goldfish. Look at your bowl. Are you ready to change out your bowl? Are you ready to go to? And I for one, did not know goldfish could get up to 75 pounds. If I knew, I think I totally forgot. So, if you're small, it is possibly because your environment is small, which goes great with the quote by Allison Bird. You are qualified to be exceptional. You're just nervous in front of your current community. Meaning, you know you're qualified for greatness. You're just nervous right there in your current bowl because you're in a goldfish bowl. Good morning, Miss Moore. So, if you're a small goldfish in a small bowl, you are living your potential that as you see yourself. So the agreement that you made with yourself is representative of the bowl that you're living in right now. So if you want a bigger goldfish bowl, if you want to live to your full potential, if you want to do that, it's going to require you changing out your bowl. It is you changing out that bowl that's going to require you to breathe differently. It's going to require different strength because you're going to have to swim differently in a bigger pond. It's going to require that you show up even more, but it's going to require you to believe that your potential is there. So today, look at your goldfish bowl. Who's in it? And whatever size your goldfish bowl is, that's what you agreed to. So if it's small, but you want it to be great, well, you agreed to that small bowl. So if you want a bigger bowl, realize your potential. And she told me, she said, until you can understand and grasp that part, your goldfish bowl will always hinder you. You will assume it is hurting you when it's not. It's not hurting you. You're hurting yourself because you refuse to grow outside of it. So today, honey, don't be the small, tiny goldfish. Go grow to the full 75 pounds. Honey, go live your whole best life. Go see all of your potential. Absolutely, Joshua. You've got to show up. And know whatever your bowl is right now, you agreed to that bowl. I am successful. I agree with that. I am poor. I agree with that. I ain't got no money. I'm agreeing. Square it up. Rewrite your agreements today. Rewrite your agreements. And as you're switching from a smaller bowl to a bigger bowl, understand in that leap, in that jump, in the pouring into of a new bowl. What the word say, Miss Moore? Can't pour new wine into an old thing. Or you can't pour old wine into a new thing. It's going to require new water. It's going to require a new you. It's going to require a new way of breathing, a new way of thinking. It's going to require a new agreement. It's going to require you looking at your potential like you never looked at it before. So as you're switching out the bowls, as you're pouring into something new, it is going to require that you stretch inside of yourself. You're growing inside of you. And as you're growing inside of you, getting into that new bowl, getting acquainted with your new surroundings and your new potential, know that they're speaking a different language over there. Hey to the man, Joshua. And you got to be. And this is what Miss Moore made me think of something. This made me think of, we're from a small town. And I'm going to use me for an example. Sometimes in a small town, people know you, they love you, they know all of your great accomplishments, and they celebrate you, right? And so you bask in that. And because we bask in it and love it so much, we never want to leave our small town and never let go of that feeling of everybody knows us and they think we're great and we did all these wonderful things. And some of us don't want to leave that because we understand that when we get to a bigger pond or a bigger environment or a bigger crowd, no one's going to know who we are. No one's going to know the great things that you did back home. And so now you're a smaller fish in a bigger pond. And some people are too afraid to be a small fish in a big pond so that they can even be in a new surrounding so that they can grow with those around them. They'd rather stay the big fish in the little pond. And if you're comfortable with being the big fish in the little pond, then you cannot complain about the agreement, the environment, or your goldfish bowl. Because that's what you agreed to. Sometimes you got to be okay with being a little fish in a big pond as you grow into your potential, as you get used to your new surroundings. Like over here on Team Abundance, we say we talk in a moving language because the natural progression of man is to be great. Absolutely, Joshua. And it is in the getting comfortable of the thing that hinders us most. So today, what are you in agreement with? Whatever you say is what you're in agreement with. where you're living, how you're thinking, everything right now is your goldfish bowl. And square it up and look at the potential that you have, how you're living now, and the possibilities. And if you know that thing is dead, stop trying to force life into it. It was dead for a reason. It no longer served you. Absolutely, Joshua. Always. And then on this journey, you're always going and growing and doing. And after she told me the goldfish story, she told me, she was like, I don't think you understand the expansiveness that is about to happen in your life. And she was like, number one, you got to be protective of it. But number two, you have to understand that some things will die away. Some things will die away that you will be adamant about them living. And they cannot live in the atmosphere that you're going to. They cannot live. They cannot live there. And then, come on, let the dead bury the dead. And the dead, burying the dead could be that mindset that you let stay dead. It could be your finances of negative, that I can't have money, or I can't have that. Let that stay dead. It could be those relationships, let that stay dead. And she said some things will have to die away. You cannot force them to come. It is not their space to come. They cannot live there. They don't have the oxygen to live where I live. They don't have the capacity to breathe where I'm going. People, person, place, thing, money, mental, emotional, financial, religion, all of it. So take a look at that today. Absolutely, Joshua. And if you're not willing to keep changing, if you're not willing to look at your goldfish bowl and know that you don't have to be this little, that you can be the 75-pound goldfish, that your potential is unmatched and it is limitless. You will stay right where you are. So on this lovely day, I hope this has helped somebody today, guys. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the famous morning shows. The quote of the day: if it cost you your mind, your peace of mind, then you overpaid, and that is by what's his name, Rosie? By Jail Dawson. Rosie sleep. Everybody sleep, except for me. So the thought of the day is goldfish agreement. What are you agreeing to? What is your goldfish moment? Oh, thank you, Joshua. Great morning, Margaret. So today, y'all, the thought of the day is goldfish agreement. Are you that goldfish who needs to grow into a new bowl? Can we admit that? Can we admit our predicament that this bowl is no longer serving us? And we need to be bigger and stronger. And it's time for you to switch out that bowl. And as you switch it out, know that you are making a new agreement for whatever it is for the new thing that you want to do. It's your JoJo bear. Thank you, Joshua. Margaret, I'm headed to your lovely state. So I'm going to watch my nephew play. He's number 14 for Davidson College. Plays on a football team. Have an amazing day. Thank you, Chica. So we're taking a road trip to go watch some college football today. So the quote is by, I'm going to spell his name, Rigel, and his middle initial is J, and his last name is Dawnson. Rosie found the quote for today. If it costs you your peace of mind, you overpay, honey. Be peaceful, period. And I will tell y'all every day, peace of mind is priceless. I will fight you. Flat-footed, good old Rutherford County. Honey, run with my bare feet, fight you. Over my peace of mind. Margaret, yeah, you're too far away to try to meet me, girl. I'll be back on Sunday. So on this lovely day, I hope this has helped somebody. If it has, thank Rashard, good morning. Don't laugh at me. You know this. If you in Rutherford County, if you can't race barefooted, what kind of runner are you? Like, what is that? You better be flat-footed and run barefoot. So on this lovely day, it's gonna be the most amazing day. Listen, I will fight you. Good old RS Central fight, honey. Go Hilltoppers. I will do all the things over that peace of mind. Know that it is priceless. And if anything is challenging that, then maybe it's time for you to challenge it as well. So on this lovely day. Yes, yes, Margaret. I'm not encouraging anybody to fight, by the way. Please don't do that. Listen, don't fight, but I will if it comes to it now. Gerald White, if he taught me nothing else, he taught me how to put you in a headlock, honey. And I've been taking boxing classes too. You about to get the 1-2. What's it called? The 1-2 and a biscuit. The 1-2 and the uppercut. So on this lovely day, y'all have a good day. Go, if you missed the show, go back and watch it. And look at your goldfish agreements and do the square up exercise today. Yeah, right. I will, Joshua. Yes, Mark. Now, if push come to shove, as my daddy say, then I will. As he said, I can show you better than I can tell you. So on this lovely day, thank you guys for hanging out with me. This is the Fearless Morning Show car edition. We haven't done a car edition in a while, and so we're traveling. Thank you. Everybody is asleep, so I'm gonna put headphones in. Right, Joshua, don't poke the bear. And y'all know my daddy would say that, honey. Right. So I'm gonna put my headphones in. If y'all got some music suggestions, DM me your music playlist. So, cause I got another 5 hours to go. So send me your playlist, and I will gladly listen to all your songs and sing away with it. So I hope you have the most amazing day ever. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Don't forget the books. Don't forget the podcast. We're on Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. And don't forget the movie, The Last Time. If you'd like to purchase the movie, you can catch it on Aspire TV sometimes, but you have to send me a link, and send me a message. I'll send you the link to purchase the movie. So easy, you know, Joshua, that's already on my playlist. I adore Lionel Richie. Adore. I'm going to Delaney, Florida, which is outside of Tampa, I think. Right, Margaret? So that's where I'm headed. Thank you. So I got the music on deck. And I need to watch I don't know if y'all know, I think I'm a race car driver. So I gotta watch my speed, because your girl be doing, if it's 85, I assume I need to be doing 85. If it's 95, so I have to watch my speed. I'm gonna set it on cruise control, so we make it there safely. How about that? So yeah, send me your music playlist. Thank you, Joshua, and I'll gladly listen to it. And I'll let you guys know when we made it safely. And tomorrow, we will be doing the Saturday edition of the Fearless Morning Show. So it will be a condensed version, since I don't have my notes with me. But we will still do that if y'all want to. If y'all want to do the Saturday edition of the Fearless Morning Show tomorrow at 9 a.m., let me know, and we can do that. So, oh, she plays the violin. Cool. I have to check it out. All right, guys, go test your goldfish pond today. Go look at the bowl that you're in. Switch it out. Get you some new water. Make you a new agreement. And honey, know that peace of mind is priceless. If you got to fight for it, friend, fight for it. Okay, honey, knock somebody out. flat-footed, barefoot, and all. Give it what you got. All right, guys. I hope you have the most amazing day. And I'm gonna be quiet so these kids can keep sleeping. And I will see you. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Yeah, I will do it in the morning. Grand Rising, Carrie. Yeah, please catch the replay and let me know what you think. And I will see you guys here bright early at 9 a.m.